Cloppers! Hello, hello! Legally late. Oh, wrong channel. Listen, am I late? I'm 48 seconds late. Come on, come on. Horses go where they please, okay? Plop, plop, everybody. Wake up. Time for a Rima stream. Hey. Hello, everybody. I'm glad y'all here. Late is late. Come on. If you got to work, okay, and you were 48 seconds late and your boss said something, you would say, "Oh, come on. It's only 48 seconds late." So, you know, you can give me the same excuse. She hates us. No, I love you guys. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I'm also drinking some wine, and for some reason wine makes me kind of a little, it makes me more drowsy than other kind of alcohols. Just one sip. All it takes is one sip. Hey Dawn, how's it going? Waiting for Elizabeth's open super chat so I can tell her how base she is. Ironic unicorns say collab beggars horrid. Yeah, well, I did this research. I saw a lot of collab beggars, but when collabs happen naturally, just one collab, they get offended. Ironic. Yeah. They're more mad about multiple stuff, not just the collabs, though. Violente, thank you for offering 5 gifted subs on Twitch. Thank you so much. Hey, listen, I looked into the rewards and they're enabled, so I'm not sure if they're working or not. But I looked into it and they were enabled, so they should work. Some of them might be outdated, but still. Lol, your clock is slow? My brain is slow. Some of us don't live on social media. What happened? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you all about it. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh yes, this. Well, guys, not everybody's on social media, not everybody's on Twitter, and some really obvious stuff for us feels like not everybody knows about it. That's why I do the streams, because YouTube is not necessarily Twitter. And overall, I feel like the opinions on YouTube are a lot more moderated than on Twitter. But then again, on YouTube, you can have like some cute cat videos and have people hating on them for some reason. I don't know why. I don't get that. I don't get that. The justice, like, drama, it's not really drama. It's more like people being, not obscene. That's not the right word. People being annoying. You guys know that one of the main theme of my channel, and something that I've always been interested in, because it's it goes into the psychology section of things, and it's like parasocial relationships, and it's not something that other channels have covered at all. I covered one post of a unicorn on my Twitter account, and since that day, I keep having their posts pop up on my feed because Elon Musk messed up the algorithm. So they're just like, I open Twitter and they're in my face. And so I can't help but seeing them now. So I did a little digging because I was intrigued by this whole phenomenon. And I found out that Elizabeth is actually getting a lot of flack from them because she's interacting a lot with HoloStars, and then I found like an instance where they hated on ASCII from JP, and a bunch of other anecdotes. But I also want to go into a unicorn PSA and put some eye on my dots. Kobo filtered her community from day one by openly talking about her sex life and trashing chat for being single virgin. So when she collabed with man, no one had said a word. Pre-filtered something. ASCII, yes, no, but the ASCII thing is so ridiculous. It's redonkulous. I never used that word, but it's so fitting here. So it's really funny. That being said, I do want to make some difference between the different genre of fan, because being a unicorn is not in. It's a negative. It's a word with a negative connotation. Okay, calling somebody a unicorn is a bit like calling somebody an incel, right? You're not telling them that to be nice to them. You're kind of telling them that to insult them. But that being said, not all unicorns are necessarily bad people. A lot of them are just quiet, or maybe they don't have Twitter or they don't have social media. But it's really like the loud ones and the ones that are demanding stuff that are mostly annoying. I want to say at Van debut, almost no backlash. I wonder why. Like, come on, Hololive ID is chill and JP members open to mail. EN is the issue. Listen, I can't really speak for JP. I've covered the story of Toa. So Toa is a Hololive member that's she once people heard a male voice on stream and her fan base kind of freaked out, or at least that was the story people were saying in NA. Looking into it more, and in my video I found more research. I didn't find so much proof of gachikois and unicorns in her fan base. It was more so people that were mad because she had lied. She kind of got scared when it happened, and she kind of made up a lie, but the lie wasn't convincing and it didn't make sense. But since that day, she kind of purged all of the people that were annoying in her fan base and the really demanding fans, and now she collabs with everybody. She's one of the talents that has the most like freedom, and she's collabed with a wide brush of people. Also, is my music playing? Unicorns and incorporators are good business opportunities. Gachikois, maybe. Maybe not unicorns. So, also, I'm making this stream in low latency, which means that there should be less delay between me and chat. Or maybe I put more delay, I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. So what's a unicorn? Well, the word derives from the myth of the unicorn, because as in the medieval time, the myth says that only virgins could be carried by a unicorn. But in the VTubing world, it's really a term that's exclusive to the VTubing world. It describes a person who holds the idol and idol culture sacred to an extreme degree. It's a faction or a person that wants to protect the purity of an idol to religious degrees. The mythological meaning behind the unicorn is purity and innocence, often connected with female virgins. Unicorns do not want their favorite streamer to collaborate with the opposite sex. They are one of the most passionate and loud supporters of a VTuber, but this can also turn them into haters if their demands are not met. And I found an interview called "I Don't Want Them to Collab with Man," and it's an interview with a unicorn, and it's so fascinating. I want us to go over this interview later. Example, Lapless Darkness recently collabed with males. Yeah, I've seen this. Some people on the boards, I don't know, they have like a really weird narrative to explain why Lapless is not collabing with males, and I don't know if I want to repeat it. JP unicorns are on a whole different level of insane. The Mikaneko Discord call proved that. Was that Mikaneko Discord call actually real, or wasn't it like a gag that somebody made? Are you a unicorn without the horn because you're a horse? Get it? Okay, Mr. Baguette. Okay, Mr. Baguette. Isn't it late for you? I knew somebody would make that joke. Bro, JP is way worse with Gachiko. The last one I saw is with Mitsuru and GTA. People ate that dude she was joking around with. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, interesting. I mean, I don't doubt that JP has their own unicorns. Like, JP... The Japan setting, like the socio-economical setting, makes it so that people spend a lot of time alone and a lot of time on their screen, and they're developing a lot of like parasocial relationships with streamers. Not always a negative relationship, mind you. Just there's a lot of connections between fans and streamers there, and they take things to an extreme sometimes. Like the more people you have watching streams, the more extremes you're gonna get, right? We don't want any delays between Rima and us because we're Uniclops. Alright. Alright, enough with the horse puns. Enough. So, let's break down a few things before we start. Then I'll get into what I found. Unicorns, used to describe a fan that doesn't want their Oshi to interact with the opposite gender on stream. Okay, that part is pretty clear, I think. And it's different than a gachikoi. A gachikoi is somebody that is in love with a streamer. And that's also a term that's unique to VTubing. But unicorns mostly have a negative connotation. But parasocial relationship don't necessarily have a negative connotation. It's not inherently negative, okay? Not every parasocial relationship is negative. Of course, we usually have examples of negative ones, and we usually talk about negative ones, right? Because that's the most extreme stuff. That's the stuff that gets talked about. But it's also not inherently romantic. Not every, like there's some streamers that I admire. I'm not necessarily in love with them. I don't necessarily see myself in a romantic way with them. It's more so the, you know, the great friend parasocial relationship kind. Or maybe you're watching a video one day and you're like, damn, I wonder what X streamer thinks about this. When you start to ask yourself, what this person that doesn't know you thinks about something, that's a kind of parasocial relationship. And it's usually used to describe a fan that... Oh, wait, I made a whoopsie. I copy-pasted this here. Hold up. I knew I'd find fucking mistakes on my slides once it was too late. Okay, it's used to describe a one-sided relationship with a person, a content creator, a celebrity, or even a fictional character. Like, people have parasocial relationships with anime characters sometimes. And unicorns need not to be confused, because I've seen this confused a lot during my research, with people that simply have a preference towards watching a gender or another. If somebody says, well, I only watch female streamers because that's what I like. I don't really care if they collab with the other gender, but I'm not gonna watch it. Like, I'm not gonna watch any of the Holo Stars because blah blah. I don't know. I prefer watching females. I just find them more entertaining. That's on you. That's fine. That's just a preference. That's different than a unicorn. And it's not inherently for romantic reasons, and it's also not unique to VTubing. Where's my slide at? Okay. So this guy is an example of an old unicorn. That's an old post. That was a reply to Crony. When Crony was vocal about wanting to be able to collab with male, she's like, I don't want to be controlled by my fan base. And the thing is, as a streamer, from time to time, you're gonna have to do things that kind of segment off parts of your fan base if that's not the kind of fan base that you want to cultivate. And that's okay. Like, maybe when you make a statement such as this, you lose a little fans. Let's say you lose 200 fans. Well, if you kept on pretending you were somebody that you were not, later on, when there's a backlash or a controversy, those 200 fans would get added to the ones that were already mad. So you'd have an even more bigger backlash on your hand. Now, on the other hand, it's totally fine if you don't want to collab with males. Like, if you think it's a headache, or you don't find it that interesting, you don't think it's worth the backlash that your fans are gonna get, I'm also okay with that. And I think that's fine, that's their choice. But if it's something if there is something that is truly valuable to you, that really doesn't fit with your core values, and that doesn't sit right with you, I think it's important to sometimes state your mind. And not related to parasocial relationship, but you see me doing that kind of thing sometimes. I give my opinion a lot lately, even though I know it's gonna piss off some people, because once you're a content creator and people watch you a lot, they start to ascribe certain values, or they start imagining you a certain way. And the more you don't express yourself because you're afraid of backlash, you're afraid of turning around those people, the bigger the gap between your real self and your projected self becomes. And then suddenly you find yourself with, when people find out that you're not the way that they thought you were, then it's gonna be a bigger problem than intended. Can someone TLDR the drama for me? Bro, it hasn't even started. Relax. Alright, so now there's Backlash with Hololive Justice. It's surprising. I know it's super surprising because everybody loves them, right? Super talented, doing super well in terms of numbers, getting talked a lot on social media. So how did it all start? First of all, this is what got them on my feed, okay? It was this post. Gora had her birthday celebration and Hololive production English, not even her, Jura replied to that post with a happy birthday. And then all the unicorns came out of the woodworks. And as you're gonna see in the following post, they really dislike Gerard, okay? And the next post is gonna be about HoloJUSTICE. So this person, Bob 4422444 says, it's kind of funny that the only two Holostars stupid enough to spam this stuff towards talents that want nothing to do with them are Filipino. Wait, this is actually racist. Starting to understand why Filipino women do anything and everything in their power to marry someone from a different country? What? Why does this have even 19 likes? This is prosperous. Gura does not follow and interact with Holostars. If you watch her, you would know how she wants to handle her career. Which, similar to most Hololive senpai, you're putting her on the spot and annoying the fans. Think of your actions and how it affect other people. Stop being dumb. Gura doesn't even know you exist, bro. And if she actually did, she wouldn't like you one bit. Stop begging. She's not gonna respond. Philippine has no shame. Perhaps he was secretly our guy all along, acting so obnoxious even... Wait, is this a slur? Homo sister, like ERB, might get a reality check with don't meet your heroes kind of moment and change her ways. So here, she ruffled some feathers because she's been interacting with the Holostars a lot. Really makes no sense why he's giving advice to someone that already reached heights he's never even going to see in his career. What a dumbass. It's hilarious that Holostars with viewership not commensurate with their milestones are saying this to someone who has more than twice as many subscribers as they do. There's so much My Lady Tips Fedora energy in this. A Gerard based. And this is the reason why they're mad. It's like all of those little interaction, and also I think there was a Minecraft stream where they kept like mentioning each other. Gosh, what a bop! She's replying to Crimson Rose here. Absolutely fab hearing you sing. Nice one, senpai. I'm using sheer willpower to keep my skin from leaping off my body in agony at being called senpai. But I am also incredibly excited to see someone else type out nice. Thank you. Kohai? Oh ho ho, I see, senpai! Oh, okay, I got this twice. And then here, Gerard posted his 100k achievement. So on YouTube, once you get 100k subscribers, you receive sort of a trophy from YouTube. I mean, you guys know about this. That's the one Niji Sanji doesn't get. And he says, the winds just can't stop. Forgive the scuff. My table was a bit messy, so I had to place it on the yoga mat. I got my play button. Thank you, sorority. Yeah, I really like Gerard's energy, by the way. I rated him once, and this guy is a top tier entertainer. And Elizabeth replies, a result of your hard work and passion. Oh ho ho. I guess that's the Ojo-sama laugh. Well deserved. Onwards and upward. Let me just catch some comments before I move along. Like, I cannot wait to see all the collabs coming out with Liz around. I will no doubt tons of Live and Stars collab happening. Twitter gonna explode. Yeah, but I don't think they care about Twitter at this point. Oh boy, so much drama. Indeed. The implosion of Mikaneko Discord an example? Yeah, that would be a better example. Can the fans not treat the idols as their soulmates for 5 minutes? Mission impossible. The slur amongst the unicorn is to call the Holostars homo beggars. It's really a disgusting corner of the internet. Is this a slur? Can I say this on stream? Liz being super fucking based before debut. She talked Holostars before debut. She doodles Holostars on debut. Yes, that was another reason, is because she doodled Flayon on her debut. And then now talked then and got to their highest sub to all. She got to the highest subs of HoloJustice despite that based. Can Rima give us a good Ojo-sama laugh for the... Yo. Not right now, I don't have enough energy for that, but I did practice... The Ojo-sama laugh is really hard, okay? It's hard. For me, it's hard to do, because I tried to do it for my lower animation, and it was pretty difficult. Flayot, Betel, and Oga. Oh, okay, all three of them. Alright, so... Just like Niji's sister is a slur? Okay, so not a real slur. ERB hate bully and anti-bully stars. She seems great. I know Gerard gave them some advice. Yeah, they're really mad that he gave her some advice, by the way. So this one is a Japanese unicorn that I found in the wild, and I translated his tweet because people keep saying that it's the same like guys, which might be a vocal minority that's solely on Twitter. But I found unicorns like all over the place. I found some on 4chan, I found some on Reddit, I found an interview for unicorn, then I found some in the YouTube comments, I found some on Twitter. And I have 65 slides, guys. I have 65 slides of unicorn pictures in this stream. It seems that a guy from Holostars EN has started interacting with a newcomer to Hololive EN, but Gerard T. Rexford made it clear on a stream that he would never collaborate with her. So it's probably okay to just be cautious about the content of the interaction. Celebrating birthdays is something all Hololives do by replying to comments, so I guess it's within the acceptable range. This guy's a moderate. But depending on the content, it could be a yellow card. And the person is like, Gerard already does collabs with other genders, sadly. I forgot to censor this. Sorry. ERB just wants to congratulate him. Dino replied by giving him advice out of fucking nowhere. He gives an advice to the girl who are more famous than him. The literal advice is about numbers. Loki telling ERB gets hers without doing a thing while he gets his by grinding and all. They're reading a little too much into it. Because he said this, in my language, grind set is mindset. Congrats on the debut, I'll reward you with my wisdom. And he kind of says like, show them who you really are. And then this person could tease him saying, this has to be a parody, some nobody shitter celebrating 100k after 8 months. Bro, 100k after 8 months is really good, by the way. It's really good. Like I'm at 8 months right now and I only have 57k maybe. Giving advice career to Holo, well, it's her fault for calling him a senpai, but still dude has zero shame. What do you mean it's her fault for calling him a senpai? He's older than her. Isn't it a senpai automatically? My favorite interaction with a unicorn is that they called me a Hololive auntie and misogynistic for suggesting it's okay for a life to collab with Holostars. Yeah, they'll call you an auntie. They do that to me too. They say that to everybody. And that's another section of this. And I'm gonna call them purist for the stream. Okay, so there's been a couple of Reddit threads. I was gone for a while. What's her deal? Why are Holo Bros spitting on her? Well, we don't know if it's all Holo Bros, really. I saw a few, or actually a lot of comments. The wrath is that some of them, it's like, Niji sis. I don't know if that's true. It's probably a mix of both. Gotta love when someone craps on someone reaching an achievement they themselves will never be able to reach. Bro, 100%. I could not have said it better. I could not have said it better. It's 4chan. The answer is all of the above. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. So now the big thing, well, that they're LARPing on in regards to Elizabeth is that Elizabeth had an interaction on Twitter with Sora where she didn't call her senpai. She just said Sora. And so they got really upset again because, as this guy says, addressing Stars member Bethel Senpai, Gerard Senpai, addressing the literal Dia Senpai of EN, Sora. And Elizabeth replies to that comment, my deepest apologies to Sora Senpai, I was quite sad in the moment, it slipped my mind while writing. I'll try not to have that happening again when referring to all my senpais. I respect all my senpais from Hololive, Holostars, Uproar, and Regloss. It's sweet that she actually just took the time to include everybody in that tweet. Make sure no gen was left out. I don't know. I never heard the term DS Senpai. DS Senpai, is that a lofty title? First time I hear it too. Twitter having take so hot they'll be key to creating nuclear fusion. I hope not. I don't want them to yield that power. I want to say there is a song, We Are Holostars. I think Twitter is nuked if Liz and Cover are daring enough to make a DLC of We Are Hololive. Also, little do they know, Liz does not fucking care. Personally, I give Elizabeth massive kudos for her raid and her beautiful message to Oli after one of her biggest fans died. Do it for Goo. Oh, I added that at the end of my presentation because I thought it was a really good moment. HoloStars Reddit has top post and is praising ERB, by the way. Yes, I have that. Yeah, most of the HoloStar subreddit right now has turned into posts about ERB. Senpai is used as a sign of seniority, usually professional or academic. Example, someone who has been in a workplace longer or is in a higher position. Right, exactly. That's why it would make sense. It would make sense why Elizabeth calls Jura senpai. Okay. So now I'll go over a few reactions and comment on that. 10 more months in VTuber training or leave Twitter to your manager is what they're telling her for replying to that dude. Replying with in a really earnest way. And they just QRT her with the most hateful stuff, man. Actually insane. In other words, more subsidies for the failed Stars branch. And this fortune comment says, you forgot one of the most infuriating and laughable reason ERB, that's Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame, for those who don't know. She said that Holostar also paved the way for Hololive's success. I haven't heard her say that yet. Have you guys heard her say that? Like, if you thought this bitch was R-word, then by the time you realize she addressed the reason there is a Hololive in the first place as just Sora when she herself called the Star senpais and explicitly said, you all deserve to be called senpais. You'll notice how fucking malicious she is. Like I said, these guys are just, they're reading way too much into really simple, wholesome interactions. Except Lamau, she's, I don't know what that word means. Except she herself calls the Star senpais and told them that they deserve to be called as such. But when the actual fucking senpai of everything comes, she just gives her a bland Sora. Fuck off. Hey Blade, seems annoying mongrels wants to be one-sided. I don't mind both Live and Stars collab each other, was proven from Oli and multiple Holo Stars, unlike needy collabs, because it was mixed VTube genders, like, shut the fuck up. I mean, this is not even about a collab. This is just a simple interaction. They don't like the way she spoke. It's like worst. VTubers equals virgin unless proven otherwise. She said all her senpais paved the road for her, including Holo Stars. Okay. She said, she said all her senpais paved the road for her, and then from that they twisted this into her saying that Holo Stars paved the way for Hololife's success. That's how deranged they are. Oh, Dia senpai is pronounced Dai senpai, and it basically means great senpai. Hope that helps. Oh, that's super helpful. Thank you so much. Actually helpful. The V in VTuber stands for virgin after all. Oh, surely we figured it out. And okay, so a few characteristics of those type of unicorns. One, obviously they hate when their female streamers, or she call it whatever, interact with male. Two, they dislike also anything else that would somewhat quote-unquote taint their purity, which means they also believe that every time one of these girls makes a mistake, it reflects bad on the rest of the company and is gonna affect the Hololive quote-unquote brand. And that's a sentiment you're gonna see over and over again in these comments. And the other thing is they also hate Niji Sanji like a lot, so they're super tribalistic, and a lot of the time they'll insult people by comparing them to Niji Sanji. So this person is saying she's acting exactly like a Niji EN member would, and this is this is and they extracted like her chat interactions in somebody's stream. You do shush whatevs, call him small D question mark. Okay, if I can call you small D instead, Lil D, small D. Okay, we swap senpai with Lil D then. Okay, Lil D. Ah, the unicorns are back at it again. Leave the new girls alone, please. I think they just come out every new debut. Remember about the saying, we are getting too comfortable of saying hurtful things on the internet without getting punched in the face for it. Yeah, exactly. I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure Sora has actually said in the past that she'd prefer just being called Sora. Oh, well there you go. That would explain it. These girls are anything but pure except Sora. She is way too innocent. Sora is so freaking cute. I love her voice. Remember, if you say you like waffles, they'll say you hate pancakes. They'll twist and put your words down your mouth to fit their worldview. Losers. I've seen this Twitter, this sentence describing Twitter is very, very accurate. How awkward would it be if a small corporal collabed with a homo and then joined Hololive and completely ghosted that person? I don't know if they're referring to somebody here, actually. So Anon here posted, we won! Monetization stream postponed. ERB making that weird post about beloved one leaving. That was in reference to Oli, by the way, not you successfully bullying her. Gigi saying she's waiting for some confirmation before posting her schedule. Still no ERB schedule, no Justice collab. ERB is getting terminated or graduated this week. They're actually making shit up out of thin air. Out of thin air. Okay, I'm gonna go over the what happened with ASCII. Remember when I did that hentai tier list stream? And no. Remember when I did that kill, marry, fuck stream? And the guy said, you know what? This is too degenerate for the stream. I'm just gonna play the clip. Fuck it. All right. So you guys saw the two guys in the back here, right? The musicians here. They're obviously male, and they're, you know, it's a live band basically. And you would think, oh, what a beautiful concert. Surely no one will get mad at this. What could somebody possibly see this and get upset at? Wrong! You would be wrong. Because they got mad at that too. Not even ASCII is safe was the name of the thread. What makes them not understand the one thing fans don't like? We are idol fans. They are idols. Why present yourself with other than girls on stream? I don't understand. Bro, she's probably not even in the same room as them. Like, oh, hold up. I misplaced my slides. Okay. All right, so this person is all right, this is back to Hololive Justice. Jan, homo collabor won again. What? I don't know why it's their obsession with always saying that word. When will Unicorn start watching stream? I feel bad for the Red Woman. Even the Red Woman, it's like they're talking about the Red Woman from Game of Thrones. I feel bad for the Red Woman even though I'm a unicorn. A lot of suffering will await her if she doesn't realize her mistakes. No, Gigi didn't say that. That's just it's clickbait. I'll don't worry. Speaking as someone with no horse in the Unity, okay, slur word. So, there's this term that they call like the Unity people, and it's the people that are really vocal about the talents wanting to collab. They want the talents to collab with the other genders, and the unique cuck race that this guy is mentioning here, I guess he's referring to the unicorns. She's extremely autistic and desperate for dick. She ruins the streams she's chatting in because she just won't stop talking. Maybe she's a homo beggar with a secret agenda to ruin CG DCT in Hololive. Maybe she's not. I'm not certain yet. This guy's writing a fanfiction. What is certain, however, is that she's annoying and distracting while in others' members' chat. So upset because she types too much. Having a parasite that spams up the chat box is exactly what HoloStar fans deserve. In a few months, you'll be begging for her to stick to her own gender. And basically people are mad because they're pulling good numbers. And they have this whole theory that their numbers will dwindle if they collab with a male. Oh, CG DCT is cute girls doing cute things. Oh, thank you. Hey Rima, just hopping on, not sure what's going on. Got a quick tiny summary. I'm just mostly doing a PSA stream on unicorns, and some of them are mad because mostly Elizabeth is interacting with males a lot and chatting with them on Twitter and chatting with them during their stream. And they're really upset by that. I'm being charitable, but the red woman thing might be a reference to a fauna meme where she's called Green Woman. Content creators also inherited the meme. Oh, okay. What? This is like the epitome of virtual NTR. You mad that two males in that music video? If you watch anime like that, we are fine. Just roasting unicorn fans. I know, Blade. It's a little insane. Okay, and I have a big comment about that. You say suffering will happen to Elizabeth. Okay, let me introduce you to Ollie and Bay, especially Ollie. Jesus. Okay, so this other person, they're basically screenshotting that screenshot over here. Okay, whenever I put videos in my slide, it makes it so I can't scroll back and forth between the slides for some reason. This. So basically they're posting that picture to signify that they got a ton of subs. Like, seriously, that's a lot for a debut. And they're saying, I thought interacting with stars was supposed to be poison. Sag, I want to contribute by saying she has come across as super obnoxious. Even if she... Now they're just trying to nitpick at, like, what they think is her flaws, because, let's be real, they just dislike her. Even if she is professionally trained in vocals, her going full blast the entire karaoke was cringe, and she would be okay if she didn't overdo it. She was also super loud in the collab, also snorting laugh debuff. I like the snorting laugh. I think it's really cute. I also think it's cute when Shy Lily does it. And I think she's a really good singer. Am I wrong to believe that? I thought most people also thought that she's a really good singer, and I saw a lot of comments flaming her singing. Pierre and Maurice seem super introverted in comparison to her. I wonder what the managers were thinking on boarding her with the other talents. Numbers are high, seed thread created. Numbers are low, seed thread created anyways. I put that in because it totally summarizes the unicorn thing. Legit. If the numbers are high, they get mad. If the numbers are low, they're like, haha, that's why your numbers are low. We told you not to do that and you did it anyway. She is a good singer. These people are just the Lulu. Okay, okay. No. Sometimes I read so many negative things, I start being gaslit into believing them, like, slowly. Wasn't ERB's post about Love One passing about Google from Oli's community? Nothing wrong with that at all. Fortune be highest. Yeah, no, it was totally because of the Oli's community. You're 100% right about that. She's an astounding singer. She's done S in a dream. I had recall her doing songs while doing different voices. Great impressions, dozens. She's not just good, she's literally their best singer. Even Iris doesn't hold a candle to her. Yeah, I want to see those haters sing. Show me how you sing first. She did an impression mid-song that continued like nothing happened. Damn. Okay, yeah. Haters be wilding. Sub count is meaningless, especially when it's days after a debut and one had a clear advantage from being leader and first debut. Stream shows ERB is actually bottom half. So now this is the whole part where they're trying to justify things by saying, oh no, she's not pulling good numbers. And the other thing that I see a lot is that they claim that this new gen is not pulling good numbers and Hololive shouldn't have released them. They should have waited. And they're like, oh, in the investor meeting, they totally said they would stop pumping out gen. I feel like this was rushed and they're going to be sucking resources from the rest of the Hololive. This is bad. Bah! Dude is coping. Rima, just want to say you got the hottest German parrot accent for the last Parrot Fortune video. Really? You liked it? I was wondering if I was being cringe, but I was like, I need to say this line the way Parrot says it. I can't say it any other way. I'm glad you liked it. Don't get lost in the sauce. 4chan is a vocal minority. Right, and also it's an anonymous website, and I do feel like sometimes, because lately, during the whole Niji Sanji saga especially, there's been a few 4chan rad that came out to be true. There's a lot more casual viewers that are browsing 4chan now. And sometimes they think that 4chan is... They listen too much to the criticism on 4chan. But let's remember that there's no way for us to know that a lot of these comments could also be done by the same person. Like, there's this whole thing on 4chan called false flagging. And some of these threads even... I don't think they're false flagging actually, but some comments are definitely bait, and some of these threads were replied by some other users and called out for being false flagging, and they believe that a Niji's sister is actually doing that, like some kind of psyop to make the Hololive members look bad, or the Hololive fans look bad. I don't know. I mean, it could be possible, I suppose. But I've also seen this exact I've also seen these exact like interactions and lines of thinking in my comment section on my videos, on Twitter, even in replies to my posts on Twitter. I've seen these guys and their Hololive fans, because yeah, so yeah, it's probably a mix of both, you know. Rima, do you prefer baby carrots or regular ones? Definitely baby carrots, because they're like already washed and stuff and they're easy to eat. Despite Unikek, they love using that kek thing. It's like kek means lol, right? It's like uni lol molding. She is proving fans actually want unity among all of Hololive production. So this person is pro collabing. Oh, why did it not work? Hello, I'm clicking on something and it's not working. Okay, Sage. Back in the day before the catalog, only threads on the first page would get views. Sage was something you could type to downvote a thread off the front page. It's like a 4chan thumbs down. Oh, thank you for that. Alright, so this person didn't like them. Based commenter. You know, sometimes you actually read comments and I'm like, hey, that 4chan person is actually pretty, like, I'm like, yeah, I agree with that guy. Not all takes are bad. Imagine this pissed people off more organizing a lot of mixed collabs or having all male stream, but she is the only girl in the collab. Ollie, cough cough. Oh, Ollie's one of the boys. This person replied, fact, Mori was averaging 12,000 on her stream in January 2022 before the Conor posting happened and her CCV tanked. No, that's not really true. Crony could get 20k on a buff stream in 2022 before she relentlessly homo collab with Vesper and tanked her numbers. Amelia numbers are so bad after the collabs that she's basically been retired for a year. That's not why she's taking a break. Bae sucked off the guys and her CCV has always sucked as a result. Fact, all of the aforementioned have shit merch sales now. How do you know that? Do you have access to the merch sale stats? Whoops. Gura, Iris, Fauna, and Mume never collab and still tower over those girls in CCV and merch sales because of it. Mume did a collab. Pretty sure. You do not watch streams. You do not buy merch. Your business model would kill Hololive. I think your business model would kill Hololive. The only thing you R-word ever do is follow on Twitter and maybe give a pity subscription on YouTube. That's it. Alright. Show us how much you spent on Hololive. Yeah, Mume did once, pretty sure. It literally doesn't count because the metrics that actually matter are profitability and CCV. This is in response to the girl having high subscriber counts. So they're like, okay, we can't attack the subscriber count, so we're gonna attack something else. Then they start pulling out all of these different, like, subjective metrics. Now they're like, oh no, it's actually CCV that counts. And if they can't attack the CCV, they're like, it's not the CCV that matter, it's the merch sales and how much they're earning. Think that collabers always end up filling in because you are a tourist who will be gone from this board in a month back to Twitter and the Niji sister website. I will never forgive Niji sisters for destroying the doxing website. That's Nifco. It got shut down. And now 4chan is reporting like an influx of Niji fans. And the doxing website was pretty bad. Like there was a lot of logs being shared there, apparently some really bad stuff. It kept at least some part of the sea away from this board. Let me move my avatar. This was not smart to format things that way. Raor is actually catching up to her. Surprising considering Elizabeth is literally just spamming karaoke because she has no other entertaining skill. In all honesty though, did we actually even need a new gen? I thought Cover said last time they want to focus more on IP, not new members. I get it, they wanted some AU members, but now surely wasn't the time. They should have been fixing inconsistency in older gens and maybe roll out a new one by the end of the year after older gen's anniversary. okay, I want to comment on this comment. The reason why Hololive needs new gen is because the older gens are getting less active. And I mean, that just happens when you've been doing content creation for a while. Like it's taxing mentally for some people. You know, and there's things that happen and they can't force the girls to stream. They keep them on the roster. They can't necessarily force them to stream. So to combat that, you need to pump out new gens. It's part of their business model. That's how you keep the wheel on turning. And also you need to keep things fresh. Like you need a new product from time to time. No, they said in the report that they would debut several new units this year. Okay, this was the one person that actually spoke like logically, because everybody was like, no, in the report they said they wouldn't debut new stuff. But I don't know why this was like, this idea was propaganded. That was misinformation. I clarified that on Twitter, but no one cared, I guess. But that's not what they said. That was probably a mistranslation, or people didn't read into it properly. They didn't say that they would stop debuting new gens. They said they were slowing down and focusing on building tall instead of building wide. No, they said in the report they would debut several new units this year. This is the first. Notice after Advent, they immediately advertised additions, but didn't for this group, which should be the cutoff point for now. This person's complaining about the number of people. Around 20 is a good number for EN. Really no reason to expand any further until graduation for the older gens start. That might take a while, honestly, though. The only one in EN I really like is at any risk at graduating currently is Ame, and even for her risk feels pretty low. And this is how well they are performing compared to the older gens and advanced. So really they're basically seating for no reason. Good luck waiting holo graduation. This is not DG Sachi. Okay, good one. I'll give you that one. That was good. That was good. Okay, let me catch up on super chats. They're piling up. Anonymous boards are like the sink at a college kid's rented house, with dishes sitting there since last year. In this instance, kek is the word cuck, but auto-filtered. There's a lot of words like that. For example, TBH gets changed to desu, forget which other. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, thank you. I can't imagine Spirit Sanity looking at the fortune post about people being tourists and VTubers. Parrot actually is such a laid-back guy. He actually doesn't even care. Bay's merch, I am damn sure, is still pretty high despite she doing that. Her CCV is still around the average of a holo girl, and Bay again doesn't care. Bay's merch is probably selling so fucking well, it always pops off. It's funny how the toxic loud minorities are always the biggest jokes. Yeah, well, these people are sad. Like, no matter how much they claim to be whatever they claim to be IRL, if you're spending so much time on trying to make people miserable on social media, you're just not living a fulfilling life. What people don't seem to understand is that Cover said they would slow down and focus on the current IPs, but they would still release the new gens they have already planned and in production. Exactly, Discordians. Her singing is the entertainment I signed up for. Among all of the singers in Holo, no one is able to belt like Lizzie. They said that they will debut 3 groups this year. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I didn't know they said exactly 3. That's pretty good. So we got a lot of content coming in still. Okay. So this is some Twitter comments, and it's basically complaining about the girls and guys collabs. The girls get the free 50% sub boost. In return, they earn 99% of the money and viewerships. Seems like they still get shortchanged. And they do that all while their 3D studio, time and resources that was built with the money they earned and in anticipation of their future needs gets pissed away by Yagu's little freak shows. These girls truly doing more with less these days. And again, this is the thing I told you guys earlier about how they feel that the resources are very finite, and they sort of have this feeling that the girls are getting exploited by the guys, that we're wasting resources on the holo stars, that we should just shut down the branch so we can refocus on the girls. And then they compare the holostar numbers with this. I can't tell who this person is. Is that Aski? More people wanted to watch the Zoot playing Train Simulator. And then more people in Gooba's waiting room 5 minutes before it started too. I mean, it's Gora, of course. Yeah, the guys are gonna pull less numbers, but they still pull decent numbers, and it still contributes to the Hololive IP getting shown to other people. It contributes to making the Hololive brand known, maybe, I don't know, to female audience that wouldn't necessarily watch the girls, or to the guys don't play into parasocial relationship that much either. Maybe just a more casual fan base as well. Chumbuds are pretty loyal. Also, you can open multiple tabs. That is true. That is true. It's almost like girl streamers than boy streamers inherently. Any holo branch pulls more CCV than small corpos in indie. True. Again, Hololive has billions. The resources one group takes a tiny... I mean, each group probably pays for itself anyway. The amount of resources each VTuber takes, they probably pay it back with the fees they're giving Hololive. Look, I don't watch the guys because I like hearing women yap without them having to actually pay attention to them with no nagging. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Like, I don't really watch a lot of the guys either, because I just feel more of a connection with female streamers. How large is the minority of purists? I consider myself a purist, but I don't see it like this. I just wouldn't watch the stream. I just prefer collabs. Sorry. I just prefer collabs between people I really like and love. That's fine. I don't know if that's what I would call a purist. A purist is somebody that doesn't like when content creators talk about parasocial relationship, that doesn't like anybody that talks about any negative aspect of the idol culture. Other characteristics is that they despise clippers. Despise them. They get mad at other holo fans for pointing out things. That's a holo purist. See, what they do is look at immediate viewership instead of the rate of change per each VTuber viewership. There's always a natural fall if they're just streaming games for 3 months straight. There's also a natural fall after you debut. Like, you debut always with a lot of viewers and then it goes down. I predict one of them would piss off the unicorns because my prediction, a new Holostars gen is coming and probably an ID gen. Oh, that'd be really cool. Unicorns, they don't know, despite lower numbers, the donos and subs is quite high. Yeah. Gooba has 4.49 million subs, so of course she's going to have a large waiting room. Yeah, she's like one of their top talent. I think it's amusing. These people act like you have to watch the collab. If you don't like it, watch the next stream. Also true, holo purists are wild. In the interview that I found with the unicorn, he kind of says that if his Oshi would announce a collab... No, sorry. Let me rephrase that. If his Oshi would collab with a male without announcing it first, he would take this as a huge disrespect. And what he would do is ask him and his friends to voice it on Twitter. So I think one important characteristic of a unicorn for the word to be really negative in the way everybody's using it is probably that they have to voice their displeasure. I think if you just prefer watching the girls with no other male partner on stream and you never voice it and you never comment about it, you're probably not what qualifies a quote-unquote unicorn in the VTuber sense, in the VTuber definition. I found a screenshot from 4chan on Twitter about Holo. Anon was jokingly getting flashbacks because 2 Germans and an Italian joined a Japanese company that are trying to take over the world. Oh, is it my company? I'm trying to take over the world. Okay. I'm gonna show you the full picture of this. So there was a clip going around with this thumbnail as a clickbait where she says, ew, a man. She's joking, like she's being sarcastic there. And people are not necessarily taking it as a joke in the comment section. And then there's some infighting with some unicorns and some other people. And then the unicorns are mad. Allegraza gifting 50 memberships. Oh my god, thank you so much. Thank you, Allegraza. Guys, I hope you catch these memberships. Make sure you have the gifted option turned on so you can receive some of those gifts, and make sure you join my Discord if you are a member of this channel, because we have a members only channel. Say thank you to Allegraza. Thank you, Allegraza. You're the GOAT. Nice gifts. GigaChat. Yeah, make sure to join my Discord. It's discord.gg/Rima. Just Rima. And so the people in this comment section are criticizing her for multiple reasons, but also this guy is mad because she whined about Celsius and the metric system. Isn't that insane? Oh, holy shit. Violante just offered 50 subscription to the community? Holy shit! We also got 50 gifted subs on the Twitch side. Thank you so much, Violante. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are so great. Damn. Damn. Wow, you guys are so cracked. Thank you so much. GigaChat. GigaChats. Thank you, Violante. Thank you, thank you. I also don't watch the guys much. It's hard enough to catch a girl stream, but the guys' TTT collabs are usually hilarious. I kind of wish Holo fans were like FaZe fans. I don't want to put one fan base over another. There's bad apples and good apples in each fan base. And the Hololive fan base is very wide, so it encompasses a wide brush of people, and the more people you touch, like the more people you have in your sphere of influence, the more weirdos you're gonna get to. Let's read this comment. So alienating everyone outside the US by whining about Celsius and the metric system, now whining about man. It's like Gigi is trying to alienate everyone one group at a time. Currently, her fan base is female Americans. What's next? Going to start whining about straight people? Like, this guy just got his panties in a twist. Okay, let me show you guys now a screenshot, like because there's some stuff that didn't fit in my slides. Let me read these two CS first. If HoloStars is trash, may I point out something? I asked why the fuck is Yagu pushing? And I am a stars and a live watcher, and I see star CCV can hit 1 to 2k. It is impressive, better than EGEN CCV. Yeah, and you don't need super extra high CCV to do well as a streamer. I'm sure they're living very comfortably. Honestly, I'm not worried. I trust in Hololive's functioning, crisis management, and PR support for their members. Unicooks are just fart in the wind. Whole fans insult base fans. Who is villain again? Yeah, the CCV is fine. People are numb to it. I feel like people are so used to seeing really high numbers that they think 1k live viewers is bad. Bro, it's not bad. That's like in the 1%. I think if you have over 100 average CCV, you're still one of the 1%, no? Okay, so... Alright. So some people claim this was sexism. This guy was being reasonable. He's like, you know, apparently people don't know what a joke is. It's just a HoloStars fan being pissy and looking for an excuse to attack the girls. I mean, for me, it's less about the joke itself and more about the fact that if like a HoloStar said something like, ew, a woman, or hyped up the boys in their chats and acted more excited about them being there than the girls, it would be a much bigger deal for a lot of people. Just a constant pushing of the narrative that only men should always be able to take it. At least in broader, more professional settings like Hololive rather than indie, then that doesn't go both ways. Let me pull up the clip actually, because I feel like I'm not giving you guys the full context.
Oh, Ladybug hat. Does this lady make me lucky?
Oh, it only goes to 720p.
Oh, to be a little ladybug. You see, my desirability as a cat has gone up tenfold. So, when a beautiful woman sees me, ew, man, when a beautiful woman sees me, they're more likely to pick me up. And then they're gonna be like, wow, kitty, you are so wonderful. What am I pulling? Ha, quit yanking my leg. Oh my god, a woman! Okay, look at my hat! Look at my hat! Oh, sandwich.
So she really... It's a 52-second clip, so she really doesn't say anything bad. That's what they're mad about. That's what they're mad about. It's crazy. This guy is replying to that comment. This is the first place your brain goes when stars are not even brought up in this clip. Why are stars fans so fast to play victim even in plays with no mention of them? Hello, Rusia 2.0 or female Vox. Better have insurance for what you started and who you pander to. Hi, Gigi. Hope you're doing... Oh, I guess I'll just leave then. Fine, no subscription for you then. What if I said I identified as a non-binary but was still into anime women? Had to delete my earlier comment because 2 unicorns came and started causing drama just for one said dumb comment. Oh well, it's Helmir. Helmir, you'll often see him under like every clip or every comment fighting people in the comments. Like he's... That dude just spends the whole day on the computer. Where was I? Once you all know the Holostar's anti-unicorn Helmir, his Oshi should apply to Niji Sanji since he is no different from those terminally online, stalking creeps who shill on the Black Company. Guy keeps going to my comment everywhere he goes, like a bitter ex-girlfriend. If this loser could even so much have a sane-minded lady glance at him for more than 3 seconds without looking disgusted. Anti-unicorn being butthurt again, lol. You compared her to Vox Lamau, you had to delete your earlier oh, that's his comment. Hello, Rushia 2.0 female Vox. Well, this guy's take was also dumb. Yeah, this guy's take was also dumb. You had to delete your earlier comment because you tried to say Gigi was being sexist and people called you out for being a Hololive anti. You do nothing but talk shit about a good Hololive fans in clips while insulting the girls. How does he know that? Does he see his comment history? Okay, and I found some other stuff. So there's this unicorn blog called Unicorn Society. It's got 61 followers. It's not popping off. But I love their bio. It's called Holostars was a mistake. And it's all just... Okay, this is one of the posts that I read earlier. It's all just cope and some weird tinfoil theory crafting. And here he goes into a spiel about... He doesn't understand why there's a Holostars Twitter, but there's no Hololive Twitter. But there is a Hololive Twitter, so I'm not sure what he's ranting about. When you saw the title, you probably thought, no way it exists. Somebody said it's probably a joke, but this guy, I've seen him ranting on Twitter too, the owner of this account. When you saw the title, you probably thought, no way it exists. However, the Hololive Twitter account that you all look at every day also advertises Holostars as a matter of course, right? Oh, basically he's saying that the official Twitter account advertises the Holostars, but then the Holostars also have their own Twitter account that doesn't advertises the girls. Based on this question, I looked into the history of the current HoloPro account and found some clear abnormalities. Can't say that word. Too difficult. So far, everything is normal. Here's where things get weird. December 2, 2019. Hololive, Holostars, and Inonaka Music will be unified under the name Hololive Production. Press release. The content are here. Okay, I don't want to read all that. The Hololive production framework is conveniently only for Holostars. Both Hololive and Holostars are in the same HoloPro group. I've seen so many people say this, however, I just feel uncomfortable. This is because I feel that Hololive production was created by management to suit Holostars. Huh? I even feel like it was done just to get people to say both Hololive and Holostars are in the same HoloPro group. Why do I feel that Hololive production is only convenient for HoloStars? This time I've written an explanation on this note. Well, at least this guy is harnessing his creativities into something. Even though he is the Lulu. I mean, at least he is writing more than tweets. I'll give him that. It was originally a different office. Hololive was founded in 2017 and HoloStars in 2019. They each have their own offices and there's no framework called Hololive Productions. The merger of agencies is too convenient for HoloStars. This is essentially a merger of the agencies of Hololive and HoloStars. Convenient point 1. The name Hololive Production freeloading on the Hololive brand. If Hololive and HoloStars were combined, the normal name would be something like Holo Production, right? But for some reason, the stars element has disappeared and the name has become Hololive Production, which just uses the Hololive side. This will allow them to be found in searches for Hololive and make them more easily recognized as being under the Hololive umbrella. HoloStar streams openly use the Hololive tag, and in the key visual for Expo 2024, HoloStars are wearing shirts with Hololive printed on them. But it's the company they work for! Why? Why not? Why not? In short, the benefit is that they can write for free on the Hololive brand. Naturally, the only one who benefits are the HoloStars. Alright, so, yeah. $1,062 watching now. Rima, you're in the 0.01% elitist. Rima, you can also join Face Connect. I'd love to. I'll care about Holo making a bad bit when they do worse than that one twisty bit about getting bullied. Twisty's also been tweeting some sus shit. So this is a post in the HoloStars subreddit about Elizabeth. I'm gonna go over it quickly and then we'll look at the interview. Okay, having Olo EN girls be so blatantly and excitedly pro HoloStars EN specifically is downright magical. From the moment I realized that it was indeed a drawing of play on her debut stream, I was shocked at the ovaries of this woman. From there, it only got better. Frequent interaction and bands with everyone on Twitter, the cover of Unlucky Fuck. ERB is amazing for this, but damn, it's bittersweet. Imagine if more of the EN girls could have done this before. To be clear, I'm not blaming the girls. I know several are introverts and prefer to stick to their own spaces, but you can't convince me that fear of unicorn or retaliation didn't play a big factor. I'm not talking about the girls and guy collabs or covers. I'm talking regular Twitter interactions. Gerard still gets shit from that crowd. Huge respects to Gerald for feeling this since day one. True. Seriously, even on stream, it sometimes feels like the stars EN and the girls are low-key afraid to acknowledge each other. Huge respect to Callie and Crony for battling the unicorns for the entirety of Holo Salt. And I'm kind of sad that the kind of cross-gender branch vibing and collab seems to have been a one-time thing. Yes, I know Bae and Beto collab for Barbie, it's not really the same vibe, you know? Huge respect to the ID girls, especially Oli, for being really supportive with the regular bands. Then he did an edit to reiterate for those who struggle with reading comprehension. I'm not blaming the girls for the unicorn's attitude, nor am I shaming them for choosing to avoid dealing with the backlash. they undoubtedly get for acknowledging the guys in pretty much any positive manner. And yes, unicorns are a real and documented issue in the EN fandom. It's not just JP. Crony had to make a whole statement about it, and Gerard got shit from wishing Gura a happy birthday. I'm not saying that the girls should be interacting with the boys. People should only interact with those that they want to and vibe with. I'm saying that there shouldn't be so much blatant tension around the boys and girls acknowledging each other at all. Whether that's a happy birthday tweet to coworker or offhandedly mentioning each other's stream when it's relevant. There's no collab begging or hate here. Heidi does support gender different interaction. We made quite a lot of jokes about that. That's fun. Yeah, base boast, and he seemed, you know, he wasn't blaming the girls either for not collabing with the guys, which I liked. If mental gymnastic was in the Olympics, we have some medalists right here. That's a good one. Not a big male Vtuber fan, but they were fun on WrestleTuber. I agree. Also, if you know the PL, it makes these comments even dumber. Actually. Seems to me the unicorns need to touch grass and stay away from technology for a while. Their brains are rotting. Yeah, for sure. A lot of them are just very lonely. Or just sad, I suppose. From a brief Google from a Twitch statistic, I think around 50 plus is top 1% and 500 plus like top 0.2%. Wow. Yes, miserable more like. Yeah, that is a better term. That's a better term. One last thing. Actually, let's go over this, then we'll look at the interview. Because my throat gets very dry when I read like large paragraphs. How it feels as a fan of both Stars and Live with ERB here now. So this person is a multi-fandom, and fans that are part of multiple fandoms sometimes struggle because everybody's very tribalistic and people feel like they can't love multiple Oshis at the same time, especially not from different agencies for some reason. This guy is expressing his happiness at seeing both of his favorite fandoms collide because Elizabeth is interacting with the Star guys and this dude just barges in like a hair on a soup and he's like, it's a naive mindset. You support someone not for who they are, but for your supposed culture war. Bro, the dude is not making like a gender identity comment or even a political one. Your mental health are already deteriorating, much like the quote-unquote unicorn that you think about so much. Please be normal. Well, right back at you. And projecting a lot. People who think that their Oshis will get railed by the Stars just by working with them is the same kind of people who gets called by HR for harassing their colleagues. I think that's what goes in their little mind. So, a lot of the purists, they heavily dislike when unicorns get called out. They heavily dislike when, for example, I make a video on parasocial relationships. They heavily dislike when there's any mention of idol culture. Basically, they prefer to just put their hands over their ears and be like, la 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 la, I can't hear anything. No, 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 no. This doesn't exist. I'm in my la la land. So instead of being mad at the perpetrators of these negative things, of these people who are shedding or are showing the fan base in a negative light, they get mad at the people calling them out for it, which is so insane to me. Okay, I need to drink some water. I don't know how to explain it. Rora got my heart, but ERB has my utmost respect. Never seen any EN female talent embrace the stars as much as she has, and you know with the infestation of unicorns that this is a big fucking deal. Somebody else replied, not gonna lie, I think we should normalize bullying against unicorns. Besides some ID member and a small amount of JP and EN members, ERB might be one of the most open in interacting with the stars. And then this dude, you know what? You're no better than those quote-unquote unicorn you are fighting against. Culture warrior type kids, and not to mention the projection. Do you even interact with any other woman other than your mom? Need to put up a sign, do not feed the unicorn? True, true. And this guy is actually, it's funny because he's like, stop talking about this. Stop talking about this. You're making the fan base look bad. You're making the fan base look bad, guys. Dude, you're making the fan base look bad, and you're actually making the Gura fan base look bad by having that name in your name. Jumbuds. Look at this. So he replies to this person again. Look at this big boy over here acting like he know how to act like an adult. How about just support the talent without inciting any kind of fanfare? Aren't you doing a fanfare right now? Don't make me remind you of your embarrassing incident a while ago. I don't know what he's talking about here. This is all the same tweet, so. Here's an Azehara. Ernul, that's a unicorn, is a fucking spurg waiting for the day when the talents calls them out on their toxic shit. And then this person, probably one of their friends or one of their alt accounts, they got very low follower count. What should talent give attention to a no-name schizo with 300 followers? I mean, right back at you. What, like, with that argument, why would somebody give attention to your comment then? To me, this tweet is a problem. That was my tweet calling out the unicorns. Because it gives these antis a megaphone. As you see, this tweet was seen by 200 plus K people instead of 5 to 7K people. But what did I expect from a drama tuber? Money's tight. Oh, figures. Okay. I don't make any money from posting on Twitter. Dumbass. I make like 20 bucks. And then he posts a clip of Azehara. Why does ex-corpo VTuber dislike? Like, of course, because she's spoken about ex-corpo, that's a bad clip. And for them, clippers are also cloud chasers, so they're bad for the community. But instead of blaming the people doing the bad actions, they blame us. That's wild. But very good reasoning. You're extremely intelligent. Hi, I'm new here. Hi, I'm Rima. Waiting for much backlash past Elizabeth's collab ban because of collab and WrestleTuber 2025. If Doki include Hololive girls. I also got such comments. You also got some of them? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. If gachikoi culture never existed in Japan, I wonder if these people would exist. Gachikoi is a term really only that I've heard in VTubing. Is it used in other parasocial aspects? Which is funny because talents constantly promote people to clip them. Exactly, like as a talent, you want people to clip you. These people has always existed, guys. Perhaps they've always existed. Now they have a way to tell people about it. Yeah, there is equivalent in each scene, they're just not called gachikois. But I find it funny that the VTubing community always has like their own terms for everything. Alright. Rima, can you touch grass? I was just outside before the stream, okay? I did my grass touching on the day. Alright, so this person does a shout out to Nerissa for telling her opinion on clips and how she wishes they would be. I'll say that a huge reason I fell away from Hololive was most clips and the comment section of those clips combined with not having enough time to watch full streams. What did Nerissa say about her opinion on clips? Because I couldn't find that. Rima doesn't touch grass, she eats grass. Oh, fuck off with the horse jokes. She eats grass. All of you had the same joke, decided to make the same jokes. Content creators and clippers can be symbiotic. Work done for free can lead to a few gigs or even jobs. Yeah, and if you monetize the clips, then you make money. It is symbiotic. True. It's honestly as valuable as donating money. Like, the people that are like, even the people that are doing comments, stream starts here or timestamp, and they divide different key moments, that is so useful. Like the people that put the timestamps in the comment, that is so useful. That is worth as much as a sub or a dono, for sure, for sure, for sure. Same thing with people that creates memes of VTubers. That's super useful too. That's free advertising. Gachikois existed in other forms in Japan's anime fandom. The first big gachiko incident in anime was with French name Char Aznavour. Really? Maybe my next video essay should be about anime. Okay, so this guy's... Yeah, it's that same guy, Shiori. Clipping in this economy? Nah, too crazy. Hey, Spirit! Spirit is the one that clips my channel right now. He's goated. Clippers are pretty awful in the last couple of years. The clip watchers aren't any better. The Suisei thing last year comes to mind most of all. That was like a 20-minute clip. What was wrong with that? In that clip, Suisei said everything. It was like a 20-minute clip. And then she goes on to say, it seems like I've been the internet plating for a while. Please don't mind them. Don't get into arguments with them. It's totally fine if you don't want to watch me till the bad comments die down. Something along those lines. She handled it very well and everybody thought so. But from the unicorn's perspective, it was handled in a completely other way, I suppose. Like, talent can even say in the clip and the comment replying will state the exact opposite. It's really damaging for the girls. Well, I wouldn't say it's really damaging for the girls, but I do agree that sometimes you say one thing and the comments in the video say the opposite, but that's because people come in with their preconceived notions. And sometimes even when you show them facts or screenshots, it's not gonna make them change their mind. But that shouldn't reflect badly on the girls. That's not even on them. They're not even the one doing the clip. Clipping unfortunately turning from passion to advertise and support the talents to outright leeching YouTube revenue and driving drama for clicks. I think most of them operate from third world countries, no offense, but it is what it is. And you're a doctor from Wakanda, probably. So there was this discussion, another discussion around a clip. This clip is Korone and Aski bond over struggling at a game of, and I watched the clip because I wanted to see if actually something bad happened, but no, it was just them struggling at a game, and somehow people got mad because they got clipped struggling at the game. And that's bad because you're showing them in a bad light. But it's like, people don't watch VTubers because they're necessarily good at games. So the clipper in question shows this mean comment that he received. You should be clipping Pecora instead of these failures. And then this unicorn replies, honestly, not sure the point of spreading this kind of thing. So I've hidden some name. I don't usually hide the name. But these guys are like attention seekers, and I don't want to give them the attention they deserve, so I hit the name. Honestly, not sure the point of spreading this kind of thing. You're just giving them attention, and it's very possible they're not even a fan of Pecora to begin with, and their intent is simply to make her fans look bad, start trouble. Okay, but he wanted to vent, bro. You can't stop people from showing... Like, again, it's this obsession with not letting people... They want to control the image of the Hololive fanbase so bad. They feel like showing a case of one fan acting obnoxious is reflecting on the rest of the fanbase. There's no gray area with them. It's all black and white. The clipper in question is just posting this for clout. He don't care whether this is a troll or not, or whether this damaged the reputation of the talents or not. He need them views for his channel. How is this damaging the reputation of these talents? They have nothing to do with this. Oh, Sisyphus is a rage game in the first place, and Aski and Korone are both funny as hell when they rage. Yeah. Nice. Korone especially, man, she's so funny when she rages. Okay, so this is just an example of why clips are important for the VTuber ecosystem. And this is... Oh, sorry, this is loud. This is a clip of Aski. Not Aski, oh my god, of Aki Rosenthal that went viral, and Aki was struggling a little bit. She was falling behind in subscriber counts, and because of that clip she got like 20 to 25,000 subscribers overnight. And because of that, she's very grateful to her EN fanbase and very grateful to the person that clipped her. She was really far behind?
はい。ねえ、アキロで、まあいろんな前途多難なことがあって、まあぶっちゃけ言葉にしてしまうと、まあ、チャンネル登録者数が一番少ない、ずーっと、まあ、そういう形で来て、で、まあ大多数の人というか普通に考えて、
Sorry, one thing is that I'd like to add is that when clippers translate Japanese VTubers with English subs, that's super helpful, because most people, I mean, they'd watch the streams if they could understand them, but the only way for them to watch those streams is through those clips, or else they don't have the subtitles.
まあ会社だったり仕事だったり、あとはまあ一般的な目としても数字として見えてるものっていうのはすごく大きな、まあ、判断基準になるもので、まあ、そのことをね考えてしまうともう何度も心ねズタボロに、まあ、バッキバキにね正直なってきました。だけどこの VTuber として配信を、
I'm blocking the
してい
sub
く中でなんだろうな、まあ、自分自身をこうさらけ出していく部分が日常をなんか毎日一緒に過ごすような、 配信
Why did you
こう一緒
skip
に
the comment section of the Reddit thread? I didn't know the comment section would be interesting to look into.
過ごしていて、まあ義務感とか仕事みたいな形で続けていたらきっとアキロゼは心折れてもうねもう真っ白になってたかもしれません。それでも、まあ、続けられたのはロゼ隊がアキロゼと出会ってくれたこと、そしてその数字だけにとらわれずに覗きに来てくれたりとか、アキロゼええよみたいにね思ってくれる審美眼をお持ちなそこの君と。
And that's the problem, you only look at it from a bias side? No! Oh, if you're talking about why the poster in question specified that he's not asking for the girls to collab with them. He specifies it. You're the one looking at it from a bias side. Because you're claiming that the poster in question, and therefore the comments below too, you're claiming that he's requesting of them to collab with the male. He's not saying that. He's just showing his appreciation in not even the comment section of the girls' streams or tweet in a space that's reserved for that.
とかそういった一つ一つの出会いがアキロゼにとってはみんながね思ってる本当に1億倍ぐらい大事なものですごく助けられているので、自分なんかが何もやらなくてもとか自分なんか一人見てなくてもとかそういう風にね、あとお仕事に疲れちゃうような、まあ、リスナーさんもいると思うんだけど、まずちっぽけな存在ではないっていうこと、多分みんなこれはアキロゼだけじゃなくてみんなそうだと思う。
So this translation thing might get remedied because Hololive said they're looking into like live translation AI tools, and I hope that the streams get live translation. That'd be so useful. The whole subreddit of Holostar is constantly begging for it. Yeah, but that post made it clear not to. That's why. That's why I don't think it's that's why I don't think it's important. And it's not biased. You're the one being biased right now, actually.
本当に一人一人の力が、一人一人の存在が点と点とねつながって線になるように。
Yeah, there is an auto translate on Mickey and Neko's stream.
3周年目に突入することができたっていうことはみんなで作り上げてきたものなので、自信と誇りを持って胸を張っていっぱいね。
I mean, translated clips is the only reason why I could keep up with Marine stream. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to watch her.
嬉しいなと思います。でもちろんアキロゼもねすごく
Back when she speared good times? What do you mean, bro? Are you paid actor? Paid to prove my point in chat?
できなかったりやりたいことは山ほどあれど実現できることはもう石のようにちっちゃい、まあそんな感じで。
Yeah, AI translations are not perfect, and apparently Japanese is very difficult to get the nuances, even with translation tools. Although I feel like now, because now when I'm translating a post, I'm translated with 2 different tools, and it's becoming like pretty accurate actually. Some of the Ian boys have a live thing that writes down what they say. AI translation is not good for now? Japanese is very context. Yes, Japanese very often drops the subject and relies on knowing context. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be a little difficult. But AI tools learn, right? They learn the more they translate, so it's gonna get better. もっと思うことみんな日々あると思うんだけど、
みんなは自由だからみんな自由だから、予定がある時とか辛い時とかはね、自分の楽な方法、辛くない方法を取るのが一番。ただアキロゼは、みんなの人生の中で少しでも、彩りだったり癒しだったり、何かこうアキロゼの存在がみんなのちょっとした支えになれたら嬉しいなと思うので、これからそんな時も会いたいなって思ってくれるようなエルフ、ハーフエルフだった目指して頑張っていきたいと思います本当にありがとう。そしてね、アキロゼコラボが少ないとか、いろんな絡みもっと見たいとか、いっぱいそういう意見も前からもらったりとか、いろいろ運営さんに相談した時も、そうやってやっぱコラボですかねみたいな感じで返答もらってたりとかもすることがあるんだけど、あとはツイッターのフォローでね、あんまり VTuber さんと絡んでないとか、どうしてフォローしてないのとかいろいろあると思うんだけど、3周年目に向かってね、ちょっとこう心を
Japanese is such a beautiful language. I unsubbed her after she collabed with males. Okay, you're role playing. You're role playing. You're not a real unicorn. You wouldn't self-admit like this. I call psyop on that comment. Live translation is hard. Those live translators during the UN assembly are the cream of the... Yo! I've always wanted that. Have you guys watched Kill Bill? Yeah, so it's gotta be bait. It's gotta be bait. Have you guys ever watched Kill Bill? There's like a scene with the queen of the crime council, and she's speaking in English, and she's got like a live Japanese translator, and that scene is so cool. It looks so badass. I fucking love Kill Bill. Fucking love Kill Bill. Alright, sorry. I reset the clip. I'm moving on now. Okay, there's also been something pretty sad that happened to Oli. Alright. Deep loss is an understatement to describe how I'm feeling right now. It's times like these where I wish I could really turn people into zombies. Google, my silly reporter, my adorable slimy ghoul, I wish you eternal peace and a special place on the other... God damn it, I cut the comment. Why didn't I press the show more? My bad, guys. Sometimes I'm a little bit absent-minded when I do the slides. One day there's gonna be a stream with no scuff. But basically, it's a dedicated fan, like somebody that's been in her community for a long time. He passed away. Honestly, rest in peace. I hope he finds rest and peace on the other side. And Ollie was a bit affected by it. I mean, naturally. I'll be taking today off. I'm sorry. And Elizabeth, so that's why she made that tweet. I don't want to call them I don't even want to call them antis. I don't know what to call them. Antis, fans, haters, whatever. Her critiques were claiming that she was gonna graduate because of that tweet, but that tweet, she was doing it for Oli. Like, Oli even reposted it. And she says, remember, Rosarians, though some beloved ones may not walk among us, their flame never truly extinguishes. The warmth, that spirit, that light will continue to burn brightly. Their fire lives on in our hearts, forever illuminating our path. And she replies, oh Liz, thank you. There's also Mori here saying, I believe that the fire of your passionate spirit, our spirit, will never burn out, and we will continue to follow you no matter what. Thank you, Liz. As her boyfriend, dealing with her death has been so hard, but I will never forget her. Oh, that's so sad. That's the boyfriend of the person who passed away. Yeah. Wait, that's not Mori. Yeah, that is not Mori. Ah, I'm a dumbass. That's not Mori. That's not Mori. That's just a fan account. I got baited. Yeah, okay, this went dark real quick. Can we go back to laughing at, like, people that spurg out? Alright, changing the topic. Onto VGEN. So this was this tweet from Rev that made me look into those things. VGEN's been catching a lot of strays. For those who don't know, VGEN is like an alternative platform, kind of like Fiverr, but it's only for VTubers. And it's actually pretty useful. I think they still need to onboard more artists because I feel like the artists there are like kind of so-so, but obviously there's a lot of different genre. For graphic, it's pretty good. The price are a little boosted because it's for VTubers only, and everything that's catered to VTubers is always cost more for some reason. But VGEN has a really weird rule about not safe for work, where not safe for work lolly and Shota content is not allowed on their platform. And that ties in with the last stream we did about the lolly discussion. Okay, there's a lot of super chats. I should just read the super chats in between each different segment. So let me just read these 5 super chats. Purists are like bonsai collectors. They want the plant in exact shape and form. Unicorns are like male animals in heat. They follow the female around and fight every other male that approaches. I want to state this. Hololive GP, several girls are opening up about collabing with Holostars, even if small ones. Elizabeth for EN a start. Fuck the pure idol shit. The girls had enough of this and it shows. For translation, Whisper AI and Voxel is best translator right now. Oh, I'm gonna look into it. I've been using the Google AI for translation a lot. Gemini? It's pretty good. Even Subaru even promoted Holostars base doc. Yeah. Correction, Goo is a she. Yes, Goo is a she. Yeah, because that's her boyfriend who replied. Second, Carl's clip is a dear one to Goo. Just so you know, if not, you're gonna get comment and be like, oh my god, Rima is an idiot. I'm sorry, I misgendered them. Base doc, no best doc. Quack, quack. Chuba, chuba, chuba. Mod that man? Who? Okay, so, to those concerned, we only take action against content on our site that goes against our TOS, which includes our no not safe for work lolly shota policy. VGEN is banning artwork depicting adult characters acting childish. Strange hill to die on. Hope it works out for you. Basically, they have some really weird parameters for this. Like, if you're an adult that acts childly, that could be considered a child or like a lolly. Even their chart makes it confusing. Hey. Parameters. Parameters? Am I not pronouncing this word properly? So it's like, are they a child? Yes. Consideration. Are they explicitly aged up? No. Then not allowed. So if they're a child, but they're explicitly aged up, then it's a visual age. Then they're like, do they look like a child? Yes, then it's not allowed. No, then it's allowed. If it's an adult and they look like a child and the answer is yes, then they're gonna look at their acting age. So if it's an adult that looks like a child and act like a child, then they're gonna ask themselves, are they trying to seem like a child? Yes, if it's yes, then it's not allowed. If it's no, then that's allowed. Note, petite adults who act like adults are allowed. Petite adults who act like children are not allowed. Honestly, at this point, they should just ban not safe for work. If it's a credit card payment processor problem, then just ban out not safe for work. But I don't even think it's because of the credit card processor that's adding those rules. That's just a decision that they decided to do. And this whole conversation started because there's an artist on VGEN that said, my friend just got this email over this drawing. What the F? Good evening. We are sending this message to let you know that while assessing your profile, we came across some images that were not safe for work, loli shota. And then they link something on Twitter. As such, we are sending a reminder that art of such nature is actually against the VGEN term of service and could result in a ban. This is a one-time warning. Also, we would recommend taking down image of such nature, as we have artists that could potentially come across such art on your profile and may report it to us, which may result in an investigation. Thank you for your understanding and compliance, Michael from VGEN. And this is the tweet. It's Yumeko's birthday today, our favorite forever 12-year-old. So basically they investigated on Twitter to come to the conclusion that one of the artwork that this guy posted on VGEN was underage, because they saw the age of that character in that post. This is the CEO of VGEN replying, saying the link in email leads to a now deleted post, so it's definitely not this quoted one. As stated in the email, the image in question was on a VGEN service, which is to why this was a bannable offense. Since not safe for work, loli/shota is against our toss. Please don't spread misinformation. Update, I have investigated and gotten more context from Michael about what exactly happened. 1. The artist was reported by a VGEN user for not safe for work loli shota for service sample. 2. This quoted tweet was submitted in the same report as evidence of the character being underage. So somebody went through all that trouble just to report somebody on VGEN? Michael felt the character in question did look like the character in the quoted tweet and sent a warning to the artist, attaching the tweet as evidence of the character's age. The artist confirmed the character is in fact not this character and is actually an older character. The misunderstanding was cleared and the warning was rescinded. She adds, we do not want to over-moderate, but also do expect all of the content on VGEN to abide by our TOS, which states no not safe for work loli/shota. Michael apologizes for the confusion the attached tweet may have caused without the additional context, which he explained to the artist in a follow-up email, and have us also directly apologized for the confusion. Sorry for my earlier confusion and any stress this situation may have caused anyone. And other people asked for more questions, and they say, does this mean canonical age is the only metric you use to determine if it's loli shota. No, we look at both canon plus visual age. And then there was another post that I forgot to add because this kept on blowing up. And then she also said something, all right, I didn't want to throw Michael under the bus, but he said it was okay to say that. So basically she said it was Michael's like first 2 weeks at VGEN. He made some mistakes in the way he wrote the email, but you know, please be nice to Michael, he's learning. Something along those lines. And also there's other people complaining under this post. So the VTuber art platform prohibits not safe for work of Gora, the literally most popular VTuber. Now this is comedy. It's true because since Gora is considered a lolicon, lolly, then you wouldn't be able to have not safe for work artwork of Gora on VGEN. It's kind of wild that you're trying to police what artists do outside of your services. Please read the email plus update. The content we were moderating was on our service. The Twitter link was just proof of the character's age. Because of the way the initial thing was formulated, it kind of looked like they were policing what you were doing on Twitter, but they actually just investigated on Twitter to try to find the age of the character depicted on VGEN. Which is also silly and is dumb. And also there's been sorry, I'm missing a tweet. I'm just gonna try to find it. Glad to see they listened to me about how convoluted the rules are. From what I understand, they're going to be changing it to if they look and the content of the drawing is childlike. Character like Senko would be okay, but not Kana from what I understand. So this person is talking to the co-founder of VGEN. There is no making everyone happy here, and I will respect that they don't want lolly content on their platform, but hopefully this helps the rule to be clearer and cause less complications for artists. I was told they'll know this when they look through reports. At the end of the day, they're a small company and they can choose what to allow and not allow what's on their platform, even if you don't like it. They're willing to sacrifice profit margins for what they think is right, that's in their right. We'd rather sacrifice profit margins for what we feel is right. That's the point of being a small company, is that we get to choose. I mean... I don't know. I can't really agree with their statement because by this insinuation, they're kind of saying that drawing of not safe for work drawing of loli and shotas is wrong. And it can't be wrong or right because it's literally fictional characters. But it's true that it's in their right to do that as a private company, but then also customers have the right to not shop there. Yeah. Obviously not ideal, and of course don't agree with denying artists of their freedom of expression, but at the end of the day, nobody's required to use VGEN, and they understand that. I respect that they were willing to listen though. Now many would listen. She also apologized to me privately for saying I was spreading misinformation if anyone was wondering. One last update with the VGEN situation helped clarify rules and they're more lax now. Well, pretty much as lax as you can be with Canadian law and payment processors. VGEN isn't ideal for lolicons, and if you're a lolicon creator, I'd stick to other sites. Their concern is both moral and legal, so if that turns you away, completely understandable, but at least it'll be easier for lolicon creators to exist on the site. This doesn't change the passive-aggressive and hostile behavior towards IU and others. That's something I want to talk about more. There are a lot of things on VGEN can improve and work on. Hopefully this is a step in the right direction. Other things VGEN needs to improve on is the ghosting situation that they have. There's been a situation that popped up recently where some clients had the artist ghost them, and because it was an artwork that took a very long waiting process and it was maybe a long waiting list, I don't know, there's some artwork that takes time, sometimes months, if it's a model that needs to be rigged, if it's a model that's being drawn, and they were past the refund date of PayPal, and VGEN was basically useless in being able to refund the clients the money that they spent. So that's kind of a really, the security is the reason why people shop on these platforms, and if you can't guarantee the security of a payment, then people are gonna be really less really less willing to spend their money on this platform. Then why wouldn't they just go through Twitter, you know? I think VGEN did install some steps after they received some backlash and some critic over that, so it's safer now. I'm using VGEN all the time and I never had any problem. So I suppose, you know, just look at the reviews. And here we have Camille from Kenisu. It's unfortunate but more reasonable than initially. Still not enthusiastic about the whole situation. True! There's also been another issue over here that created a lot of drama for VGEN. Like I said, they're really catching a lot of strays, and I really feel like we need this platform. We need VGEN. We need VGEN to thrive, and I kind of feel bad that they're getting critiqued a lot, sometimes needlessly critiqued. There was also another post that went viral a few months ago about the artists saying that they were hiding the fees and that they were taking a 5% fee on the artists. 5% is one of the lowest fees I've seen, I think, so far. So this is an artist saying, regarding commissions on VGEN, TLDR, VGEN hasn't sent me the money for a large amount of the first 50 commissions I completed on their platform. I've had to take on work elsewhere to afford able to live. From my perspective, I cannot keep working for free, but I am willing to. I originally started taking commissions on the platform around the end of last year, and they totally did pay me at first. I finished all my commissions back then on time with the expected quality I was promoting, but starting at the beginning of this year, and then they stopped passing the money from my commissioner to my bank account. I initially reached out to the supported sites, Stripes and PayPal, but neither was able to help. They kept telling me things like update your bank account information, and I wasn't able to receive the money from any of the tips either. So anyway, they say that from February they sent over 100 emails, and that post blew up. It got 1.2 million views, guys. But then we realized, because VGEN replied, that this person was like being Menhera, and it was actually a problem from Stripe and not VGEN. And like VGEN was only notified like 2 weeks prior to this post. And they got community noted. VGEN had no part in withholding Maru's funds and were only recently informed and involved in resolving this issue within the last 2 weeks. Marure's account restriction was due to ghosting clients and being reported for such. So basically, this artist, it ends up that the account was blocked because she was ghosting clients because she wasn't receiving her money, so she wasn't replying to them. But what I found really crazy is that the VGEN account DM'd her to tell her not to post about this. Hi Marure, please avoid publicly posting about an active support ticket. We've only refunded your ghosted clients yesterday's and are working through getting you the remainder of the funds ASAP. It's like if you're a seller on Amazon Marketplace that you go on social media to vent about a problem that you have, and then the owners of like the Amazon Marketplace social media DM'd you, dude, stop posting about this, don't spread misinformation. To be fair, that person was spreading misinformation, but still, it's an unprofessional look to have them DM you. It's like like I said, I love the VGEN platform, but they need to restrict their Twitter interactions a little bit. Too much on Twitter. This person replies to the tweet, to the DM, hello, this has been an ongoing issue since February, regardless of when you guys have made a ticket, and I have not seen any hope of it being fixed soon. My ghosted clients were refunded by me, not by you. That money was earned off VGEN because you never sent me the money my commissioners paid in the first place. I will avoid talking about it too much, but this is the first time I brought it up publicly and have received feedback of other people being dismayed for similar reasons. I will not keep it a private issue anymore, sorry, but I also will not intentionally drag the reputation of your company. I will only be speaking of my experiences with it. VGEN replied, please note this is a Stripe issue. Your payout account was restricted briefly due to your lack of communication with clients. We do not have control over your banking payout information. Please also note that the majority of your commissions were paid through PayPal, so it's quite misleading to say you were working for free. I agree. This has all been quite unfortunate misunderstanding, which we had hoped to sort out privately. However, since she has publicly shared our DM and more details on her end, here's a summary without revealing any additional details. Yeah, this is why you don't DM. Oh, right? Hi, guys. Who raided? Sorry, I was focused. Welcome, raiders. Welcome. Shog Mommy, what's up? Hope you guys had a nice stream. Shoggy Mommy, what's up? We're just talking about VGEN. We were talking about this together earlier. So Marure has been trying to get Stripe to release her funds to her bank account, which is a Stripe issue and we have no control over it. Being frustrated by Stripe support inability to clear up the issue, she stopped communicating with some of her clients. Those clients complained to us, which is why we put restrictions on her account, which is standard for us to do in order to ensure ghosted clients are able to receive refunds. Fair. However, Stripe support, seeing that there were restrictions on her account, said that was the problem why she couldn't receive funds, which is partially true for this time. Yesterday, we worked with her to refund all clients who hadn't received their promised work, and with that, we've lifted the restrictions on her account. Now we're working with her to once again try to get Stripe to release her funds properly, which again, we don't have control over. To be clear, the first time we learned about Maruri's payout issues was 2 weeks ago. The clients who reported them for ghosting was not telling us she sent them to us. They said they haven't been able to reach her. We've been working with Stripe to figure out what's going on, but it currently seems like a Stripe issue. If we're able to access the funds at all, we would be happy to pay out the funds through Stripe or any other way to Maruri. However, we cannot touch funds in artist wallets other than to restrict payouts and refund clients when necessary, ghosting, no delivery, etc. Unfortunately, we do not have access to either Maruri's funds nor banking information. Please direct your frustration to Stripe. We are currently doing everything we can help. That is totally fair. I assume some of those clients are from me not communicating properly, intending for them to be refunded instead. I also backed up the last statement. I have so much hate for Stripe. At the moment, I still believe VGEN can be a good platform for a lot of people. So now the artist is backtracking their statement. However, VGEN does indeed have my bank information sent to their email for interactions with Stripe. I've been dealing with this situation and asking for help for so long. At this point, I don't really care who solves it. It's Stripe or VGEN. I just don't care. But I believe VGEN being pulled into this is the only hope there is to get solved, even if it isn't 100% on them. I want to emphasize that I will cover the refunds, even if the original funds stay inside VGEN's wallet. I also did have contact with VGEN before 2 weeks ago, but it was redirected towards Stripe support. So that wasn't through email, so honestly I should have pushed further with them. That is true. Every time you... It's like my problem with Stream Elements that I had. You call you ask Stream Elements for help. They're like, oh no, we strictly display your payments. We're not a payment processor. So you gotta talk to PayPal. Then you call PayPal and they're like, well, I can't see anything on your account. I can't magically make these appear. So if you're seeing them on Stream Element and you're not seeing them here, I don't know what to help you. You gotta talk to Stream Element. Then you're getting like bounced back in between both platforms, and it's super frustrating because usually customer services are like trained to tell you to check with the other faction. It's very frustrating. Yeah, they pass the buck about who is not passing the buck. Exactly. Art is subjective, but it's just a society. Loli Shota is a common in anime hentai. Look, I've seen just the kinks likings. I'm no hating on those. It's their taste. No, I agree. It's their taste, totally. Absolutely. Okay, so for the end of this VGEN story, we finally got an update from the co-founder. In boomer speak, that's called giving someone the run around. Yes, exactly that. Oh, thank you again for the gifted subs, Biolante. Even though it's delayed. Yeah, thank you. No worries, man. Shit, man gifted 50 from work? Giga Chad. I appreciate your hard work. So the co-founder tweeted to wrap this all up. A lot happened this week. However, no matter what happens, VGEN's official PR should remain professional, and I let slivers of my personal frustration leak into our official account, and that should not have happened. I agree. You could feel the frustration, and even though they were right, they were probably right to feel frustrated with this, because they are getting a lot of backlash for basically nothing burgers. One of them was like, the person just misunderstood the case and it wasn't even on them. I want to sincerely apologize for my tone and delivery. While I fully stand behind the facts within my statements, where we were wrongfully accused, and I have already apologized for where I was wrong, I could have been more professional throughout all my communication, and I will do better. We're a small team of 11, and I've only been around for 1.5 years. There's still a lot we're learning and figuring out, and we're so thankful for your patience as we continue to figure things out with feedback from our community. In the future, we will proofread more as a team and be more strictly professional in our official PR so that we may best represent our community. Thank you for your understanding and support as we continue to make VGEN better for all. You know, another kind of opinion I have on VGEN is that I really think they should drop this whole thing where you have to be referred by a friend who's already working on VGEN to get in. Just let people apply and review the applications manually if you want to make sure to veto their work, because this whole nepotism thing just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Alright, moving on to Brave Group. I've covered maybe 2 streams ago that Brave Group has had a massive leak. Over 10,000 VTubers might have been affected by those leaks. And a few people were QRTing the post that I did today, claiming that Brave Group is a black company, claiming that I saw one saying, and I replied to the poster because I'm in good term with them, claiming that the company doesn't pay their interns, or it was handled by an intern. That wasn't the case, and maybe that's on me. I should have provided the context of my other tweets. I just assumed that people were keeping up with my tweets. So maybe I'm the one that's silly for that. But Brave Group actually made an investigation, and they realized that it's not because they messed up on the Google form. They didn't pass the wrong link around. They checked their history and stuff, and Japan has some really clear rules. They take data leak very seriously. So there's some kind of procedure that you have to get through, and if there is a data leak, the way it was leaked, everything, all of that needs to be recorded, and it needs to be announced. It needs to be said. They can't keep it hidden. There needs to be a level of transparency. And today, they also released a statement saying that not only Japanese VTubers might have been at risk, but actually more than 2,000 English VTubers that have auditioned for their English branch may be affected by the leak as well. So if you did audition for Brave Group, make sure all your data is secure and do everything you can to secure your OPSEC. But most of all, you should contact the company. In their statement, there's an email that's dedicated for that. And in another post, they also said that they would probably give some financial reparations to the people that need to move to another address or change their phone number. Unfortunately, if your full name has been leaked, I don't know what you're supposed to do. Brave Group, that's before Mirai and Globy, and have a something, and also VSPO. And the VSPO EN just debuted a few days ago. They're doing good, actually. I actually had really good interactions with both management and talents from V4 Mirai and Brave Group. I don't know too much about the other groups, but I have pretty good interaction with Brave Group so far. So I can only speak to my own experience, but they don't seem like a black company so far. Like, the talents seem very happy with how they are, and they seem very well funded. What is an SSN? Can you get a new SSN? What is that? Yes, they need to learn ASAP what happened. Yep. Oh no, Brave Group is huge. They got They got so many different groups in Brave Group. They got so many little companies in Brave Groups, and they're all VTubers. Oh, social security number. Yeah, we have that too in Canada. Yeah. So there's more info about this period during which the information could have been accessed between June 4th, 2024 and June 25th. So that's a short window time frame, but does that mean that they have access to all the other people that have auditioned prior to that, or is it only access to the people that have auditioned during that time period is what I want to know. Oh, it's an American version of Sin. Oh, yeah, I got it. List of affected personal information. It could be your full name, your country of residence, your date of birth, your social network accounts, and reasons and motivation for application. So your SSN is not listed here. So at least you're fine on that regard, question mark? Additionally, they've also found out that VSPO authorized clippers were sharing a similar setting to the Google form that got leaked. So those guys' information is also potentially at risk. We don't know. We only know the number of accounts that are potentially at risk. We don't know, like, if the person who has access to this data is malicious, what they're gonna do with it, who's actually affected. And they've started to slowly contact the accounts that were affected. But if you've been affected by the leaks, you should contact them immediately. And just go on the Brave Group website and look at their latest statement. There's an email in there. And stay safe, guys. Be careful with your information. And now WACTOR, the real black company. So WACTOR's been making headlines again. Last time streamed, I had a little funny rat about Miki Neko secretly streaming for WACTOR because one of the girls accidentally showed the starting soon Miki Neko stream on her stream, but then tweeted that she was watching Miki Neko when she forgot the stream open. That's why. I don't know if I believe it, but whatever. So this VTuber called Mitsurugi Leah was actually part of WACTOR, the first unit of WACTOR, in March 2019. And she graduated after a large controversy. I'll give you guys the rundown of this. But I think it was yesterday. Most of her VODs were privated, and Leah re-debuted, but with another voice actress. And during that announcement, this voice actress said that she had the support of the original Leah actress, which we think WACTOR kind of forced her to say that. Hey, LM, not surprised that WACTOR's trying to reincarnate? Me too. They're like, hey, we got all this money in the vault just gathering dust. Let's reboot it. So Leah graduated back then. They put out like a statement. I translated it. There was nothing very important, but basically that was a year ago, and she announces her graduation due to ongoing harassment against her. Basically, she graduated because all the other girls in WACTORs were starting to graduate, and we're starting to have like a baseless rumor, mostly that started on Twitter and that everybody believed. And the rumor was that lots of the WACTOR talents were graduating because she personally did not like them and got them out because of her sway with the CEO. And there was also a rumor where she was accused of sleeping with the CEO. Pretty sure it's baseless, and that narrative just spun out of control. She then decides to graduate, saying that she got harassed a little too much, but was able to keep her IP. And since she was the only person who got to keep her IP, it kind of like reinforced the favoritism rat and increased the harassment against her. So a week later, she made a post saying that she nearly committed unaliving herself and she'll just disappear from the internet. She's like sort of active on her PL account. And I basically summarized this already. So that's her other account, and when they went live on that account, she tweeted, she said, "Don't drag me into this farce, ... And then, "It's been a while since I went to visit my channel, and in the comment section I read in a foreign language, 'I don't know how I got here,' and I thought, if you don't know how I got here, how am I supposed to know how you got here?" I thought. So this pretty much summarizes it. It's just, if she got to keep her IP, I don't know how they're allowed to do this, because technically she owns it and not them. So I'm surprised this is happening. And this is somebody's also another similar to situation. The new Leah on her video says the old Leah was okay with it and gave her her blessing, but hours later, the old girl who used to be Leah already asked to be left out of this whole mess in her PL account. Apparently she was never asked and never agreed to. What is worse is a few days ago, the community noticed all the videos from the old talent from WACTOR are now deleted. Apparently they want to do a mass resurrection for those old models' channels. I almost forgot to add, some of these models have less than 10 hours of views, so there's a lot of money not generating any profit. Why is she writing like that? Well, she's writing in Japanese and this is like a DeepL translation. It's probably not a great translation. Yeah, I don't know if she sold back her IP or something, or what happened there, but yeah, interesting situation. It's messed up. I don't know, these companies don't really get it, that they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna reuse the model, but people care about the person behind the model. It's not about just being a voice and having an anime image that fits with it. All right. Oh, we never read the interview for Unicorn. I completely forgot about the interview. Oh, I'm so sad. Well, the time has kind of passed now. I guess I'll save it for another time. Probably should be, if you don't know how you got here, then I don't know how I got here. Yeah, exactly. She was kind of saying, if you don't understand the situation, imagine how confused I am about this. There was an interview for Unicorn I wanted to show you guys that I found from 2 years ago. It's been deleted, but anyway, I'm sure we'll talk about the Unicorn thing another time anyway. I'll just save it. No, I don't have a unicorn. I'm just a normal horse. Anyway, that's it for me now. I still gotta work on something before I go to bed, so I'm gonna leave you guys here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking around. Was a long stream. And I mean, I'm gonna upload all the highlights on my second channel. Interview for unicorn, lol, I love it. I'm supposed to be the unicorn? Alright, I see how it is. I see how it is. Thanks for all the subs. Thanks for all the donations and the super chats and for the lively discussion. Don't forget to join my Discord, smash the like button, and join my second channel for daily Rima updates. I'm sending you guys to Countess Lita. Go say hi.